If the famous survival expert is a master of primitive technology and a leader in his field, then this man represents the pinnacle of wilderness construction. He builds a bridge across the river by hand and transforms an ordinary mountain slope into a place that is suitable for living. The construction uses only interlocking joinery, without using a single metal nail. His various woodworking skills are truly impressive to behold. One can only describe his talent as extraordinary. This young man has a clear plan, and he must establish a home in the wilderness. A recent storm destroyed his original dwelling. He is forced to build a new shelter once again, to protect himself from the heavy rain. Timber is quite easy to obtain here, as he can harvest any of these fallen trees. However, clearing this specific area is a difficult task. He turns his attention to the opposite bank of the river. At this point, building a bridge is the only logical choice. The builder brings a few tools with him to harvest some small trees. He works with great efficiency, using a machete to turn them into wooden stakes. He places them in the river so they will not easily collapse. He designs the base with one vertical and one slanted support, leaving a precise 60-degree angle in the middle. This allows him to secure a log between them, making it easier to cross. A single log is like walking a tightrope, so he installs two of them. To ensure their stability, the builder wraps vines around the joints several times. Walking on the structure is now very secure. With a shout of focus, he continues to work on the handrails. They only need to serve the purpose of daily commuting, so the design does not need to be overly complex. After all, this is not the main project. Upon reaching the other side, he finds a perfect location for his home. The terrain has a natural slope, which is a rare and valuable feature. Once the weeds are cleared away, the true potential of the site is revealed. The life of this young man is quite demanding. While others live in modern apartments, he must build everything himself. Fortunately, the soil here is relatively soft. Perhaps because it is near the riverbank, digging does not require an immense amount of effort. Even though some large stones are present, he completes the work in a short time, excavating a large foundation for the structure. In the wilderness, fire is the most important element, as it is the basis of life. The fireplace is the heart of the dwelling. He carves out the shape of the fireplace early, to make the later stages of building easier. Now he can fetch a bucket of water from the river to mix a batch of mud. This is just common soil, not specialized clay. He intends to use it with stones to construct the fireplace. He is not using traditional bricks or tiles, so a simple wall is sufficient. It is no exaggeration to call him an expert. His methods are advanced, and he has thought of everything. His ingenuity is truly a sight to see. He uses bamboo poles to form the chimney, while using the mud mixture to smooth the walls. Every bit of soil is put to good use, which is very impressive. The builder lights a pile of dry grass. He is clearly gathering wood ash for a reason. If my observations are correct, the results will be exactly as expected. And indeed, they are. He needs the remaining ash and embers. If you have watched survival documentaries, you likely know the benefits of using wood ash as a key component for building. Even without a complex process, mixing it with soil to create mud will yield a material that is many times stronger than ordinary dirt. This effective natural mixture is now applied to the walls by the builder. On one hand, it helps with aesthetics, and on the other, it creates a clean finish. A quick evaluation shows that it looks much better now. He collects several fallen logs and carves notches into one side. After creating joints on the stakes driven into the ground, he can connect them all together. Anyone with outdoor experience will recognize that this is a workbench for sawing boards. Before that, he must remove the bark and flatten the surfaces one by one. This turns the logs into squared timber. This process may seem simple, but it is quite demanding. It certainly requires a lot of time. Fortunately, the builder is patient and dedicated. He is not just a performer, but a highly skilled craftsman who uses real techniques to demonstrate survival in the wild. He begins another clever project. Using 2 bamboo tubes of different sizes along with a piece of wood, which has been carefully shaped. He drills several holes into it and inserts wooden pegs, allowing the bamboo to rotate smoothly. After attaching a line, this becomes a retractable string reel. He takes pieces of wild charcoal and grinds them into a fine powder. When poured into the reel, it acts as ink, making it an essential tool for building. Following the lines he marked, he carves notches into the timber. He refines the details on each side, and the process is undeniably complex. The builder is putting a great deal of effort into this house, intending to build it without any metal nails. He uses a plane to make the wood smooth and fine, and then begins the main assembly. First, he digs holes 25 centimeters deep and places the main posts inside. He also uses wood ash during the backfilling process. This effectively prevents rot and pests. It saves the time required for charring, while achieving the same protective effect. This man clearly knows his craft well. Considering he is a veteran outdoorsman, his skills are very impressive. Of course, since all the timber was prepared in advance, he can now continue building upward, fitting the pieces together perfectly. The builder drills holes at the joints and inserts wooden pegs, greatly reducing the need for metal resources. After fixing the main beams into the prepared joints, the structure becomes incredibly strong. For the roof of the shelter, he also uses timber. He simply removes half of the thickness from the ends, allowing them to fit perfectly with the supports. Inserting wooden pegs at the joints is even more effective than using nails. The same applies to the upper sections. The builder has handled every part with great precision. Even an experienced observer must be impressed. His talent is undeniable. The builder saws boards on the platform he created. He is serious about every part of the project. Even when it is too dark to see, he remains busy with his work. After working for a full day and night, he has finished all the necessary boards. These will serve as the materials for the walls. Because he already prepared the grooves, assembling them is now very easy. One must praise his work, as the design is very good. Every step is well planned. This is much more impressive than basic camping. It is high-quality work. He overlaps the boards with bark and installs them on the roof. At the same time, he places another layer of boards underneath. He is being very thorough with the construction. 2 layers of waterproofing are enough for survival in the wild. Now only the skylight at the top needs to be completed. He carves joints into several pieces of wood and fits them together to form a window frame. These boards are his main materials, with joints prepared at both ends. He simply marks the positions and drills holes into the wood. This allows the boards to be embedded. Furthermore, he weaves a rope through the boards repeatedly. By pulling on the rope, he can adjust the lighting as needed. It is amazing that his technical skills are so powerful. It is fair to call him a master of wilderness construction. He has truly demonstrated his immense talent. No one can underestimate him. He secures the window with wooden pegs. After opening the shade, it can be locked in place. This is already quite remarkable, but then he installs the control for the skylight. By threading the lines carefully, he can control the opening of the skylight from below. This goes beyond simple resourcefulness. This builder is certainly among the most capable experts I have seen. He places these boards on the open ground. Their purpose is not immediately clear. However, during this time, he gathers several bamboo segments. He will use them to build traps and find food. This is similar to methods used by other well-known survivalists. Instead of using woven fibers, he uses bamboo tubes. The entrance is made of bamboo strips. Although the materials are different, the weaving technique is very much the same. The result is quite impressive. The mesh is very fine, which is necessary for the local aquatic life. Adapting to the environment is the best way to catch prey. He combines the basket with the bamboo tube, ensuring the fish cannot get back out. Looking at the situation, it is hard to say what he will catch. But the success of a trap depends on its performance. We must wait for the actual results. To keep an audience engaged, one must provide compelling content. Finding food in the wild is no different. He looks for areas with good movement, or perhaps deeper sections of the water. While waiting for the fish to enter the trap, he collects the boards that have been drying for 2 hours. He spreads mud on the ground and lays the boards on top. This will serve as his floor. It is hard to imagine such attention to detail. No one would expect such a result. His hard work is truly something to admire. He roasts some wild chestnuts and prepares to enjoy the fruits of his labor. Fortunately, night has not yet fallen, leaving him time to check the traps. The builder has succeeded in his hunt. He must be careful to keep his catch secure, so he does not lose his dinner. He splits a piece of wood in half and hollows out the center. He places the prepared fish inside, along with the fresh taste. One can also enjoy the scent of the wood. It is amazing how creative he is with his cooking. Flavor develops with the passage of time, and that time results in a delicious meal. The finished dish looks perfectly authentic. It is time to eat. Having eaten his fill, the builder lies down to rest peacefully.